If you're over 55 and want a paycheck that you can't outlive, and you want to avoid the stock market whiplash, watch this and I'll show you how a fixed index income annuity can create a paycheck that you simply cannot outlive. Now, it's important to point out, I am talking about income annuities. These are fixed index annuities designed specifically for lifetime guaranteed income. I am not talking about lump sum growth only annuities. What I'm talking about is what you could call a private pension, where your principal, the money you put in, is protected. Some index growth, and then most importantly, a lifetime paycheck. The basic way it works is you fund the contract, and that money you put in, that principal, is protected from downside, so no losses. Then the account has some what we call index growth that is credited based on an index such as the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ, but they're going to limit the upside because you're getting protection on the downside. Then as you let your principal or your money sit in the account and what we call cook, as you wait longer and let it cook, that means the paycheck gets bigger. And then when you turn on the paycheck, you turn on that income, you have an income for life. Oftentimes, these income annuities, they have what's called an income doubler. What this means is if you end up going into a nursing home, they will double the income payout while you're in that nursing home. Now, restrictions do apply. You do need to read the details and understand the details fully, and don't let the shiny object distract you when you're looking at these annuities. There's a big mistake many people make with these income annuities, and that mistake is trying to take out big lump sums from the annuity, which is not what these types of annuities are designed for. These types of annuities are very specifically designed to create a lifetime paycheck, not big lump sum withdrawals. Trying to do a lump sum withdrawal in an income annuity is very similar to trying to take a Porsche off-roading. You might get somewhere, but it makes the whole endeavor bumpy and dangerous. I do want to point out that it's our default to use dividend growth investing to create income that increases over time and also allows much more flexibility in terms of access to the funds in the account. But some people really want their sleep at night strategy to have some guarantees. So we cover the essentials with that guaranteed income from the annuity, and then take the rest and invest it largely in dividend growth companies, such that there can be an increase in income and also a lot more flexibility in terms of access to those funds whenever you want. Sometimes when people hear about income annuities, they say, that sounds too good to be true. Well, it's really risk pooling and hedging. It's not magic. What's happening is that insurers who offer annuities is that they're capping upside. And then what that leads to is their ability to provide protection, to your principal, and it also allows them to create a guaranteed income for life. The other concerns we come across are the fees that are associated with creating that lifetime income, and also the fact that one needs to commit to a certain period of time. So what we do is design around it. And what this means is we set up the design such that there are essentially 3 buckets of assets. The first bucket would be cash for emergencies. The second bucket will be liquid assets or investments. And this would be like stocks, bonds, and so forth. And then the third bucket is the annuity. And the annuity will be used for the everyday cost of living, that paycheck that stays throughout your life and you don't have to worry about having that income come in. We're really focused on using the right tool for the right job. I also want to warn people that when you're talking to an advisor who works with annuities, be sure that they're not advising you to use more than 50% of your assets for the annuity portion of your portfolio. Who are these income annuities for? If you value predictable income more than chasing every last percent in growth, then an income annuity is worth considering. But if you want the maximum upside possible for every dollar you have in your retirement savings, then there are other tools that would fit better. So another way to look at these income annuities is to cover your baseline with a steady guaranteed paycheck so that you can spend with confidence. And this can create less of those questions of, can I afford this? And more of the statements like, let's go enjoy life. With income annuities, that feeling of peace and security, that's the real return. Now, do you want a retirement paycheck blueprint? If so, we can get together and compare the 2 paths, whether it be income annuities combined with dividend income or maybe just dividend income. If you're interested in a plan based on income for retirement, there's a link below this video for a 15-minute call. Just click on that and you can schedule directly on my calendar. If you book a consult, what we'll do is we'll look at your specific situation and compare a pure dividend growth income plan with a guaranteed income annuity layer to cover your baseline. You'll see exactly how much to lock in for guaranteed income, what to keep liquid, and when to turn on that guaranteed lifetime income. So simply tap the link below to book your 15-minute conversation with me via phone call. And in that conversation, we can talk about whether or not it makes sense for us to have a longer conversation in which we can create a plan specifically for you. And in this session, we're not going for pressure. We're going for clarity. Now, my disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only. It is not investment advice, it's not tax advice, and it's not legal advice. Any guarantees that we discuss during this video, they are all based on the claims paying ability of the insurance carrier.